Hello and welcome to the Daily Conspiracy Podcast. We don't take days off because reptilians don't take days off. First show
How
of the
you
week,
doing,
Ollie?
my lad?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm feeling I've been pretty excited about getting on to do this.
I know it feels like it's been a few days because I was ill as shit last week, and I'm moving away from the mic there. Yeah, feeling better now though.
I'm good.
Ready
No,
to hit some aliens, literally.
I'm glad you're feeling better because it turns out we finished doing the podcast on Thursday, is our last recording day of the week, and all of the fucking stuff happened. It would appear.
I know. I almost felt like we should have done an emergency podcast.
I was thinking about the emergency podcast as well. I did think about mentioning that, and then I thought, I don't know. I'm not sure. And then it was gone and passed, and I don't know.
Yeah, I wanted to see how it sit, and it's sitting quite well at the minute. So all the predictions that we have made, I would say, pretty much since we've been doing the Daily Conspiracy Podcast, are coming to light.
I feel, like I'm starting to feel like more of a prophet than before.
Yeah, I think I'm the prophet. You're the just the it. I'm the prophet. You're the it.
Okay, that feels unnecessarily rude. You wouldn't see me talk to you like that.
No, it's like a team. I'm trying to give you a compliment.
It.
I can be the it. It's fine. I'll be in it.
I mean, I can't think of a single situation where somebody called it is like a compliment.
Cousin it. Right, sexy bastard.
I'm not sure about that, Ollie. I'm really not sure. Anyway, if people
hairy as fuck, but arguably sex appeal.
If people want to help us out, then please go leave the reviews and stuff like that. You guys know what I want you to do from now on. Like, we're so close to 2,000 reviews on Spotify. If you haven't left us a review, please leave us a review. If you want to leave us a comment, leave us a comment on whatever platform you're listening to. It's all important. I know there's a shit ton of new listeners out there which haven't listened to us before. Fucking say hi in the Spotify comments, in the YouTube comments, in the Rumble comments, wherever you can. Get in touch with us on social media. We are at the Daily Con Pod on Instagram, TikTok, and X. There is a Facebook page out there. I'm not going to lie to you. It's never checked, but it's there.
I didn't know we had one.
Yeah. So that's all the stuff. If you are one of the people, and by one of the people, I mean like one of maybe three which are upset by the adverts, you can fucking sort that out for just $2.99 a month. $2.99 a month, under $30 a year, I think it works out. And they're all gone. Bye-bye adverts. You can just listen to the podcast without adverts. It's fucking really easy. In fact, just do that instead of whinging about it on Spotify.
It would make more
comments.
sense, wouldn't it? It's like arguing that you haven't, There
was one today which said, can you just do something about it? I was thinking, I think you're asking for us not to be paid, which is it's weird.
Do you want us to work for free?
This was what I thought to myself. I thought, if I went into a mechanic and I said, listen, the problem is, I think you're a great mechanic. I love coming here.
Thank you.
Great job on my car. It's awesome. But this whole fucking money shenanigans, can you just sort that out? Because I'm not feeling it. It's not going to fly.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah. I would love to get my car fixed for free.
Yeah. Anyway, to the literal tens of thousands of you that listened to us last week that didn't complain about the adverts, I love you. I love you very much.
And I love you too.
So what have we got, Ollie?
Right, so over the weekend, it seems that there is a battle for disclosure with the president, an ex-president, and I don't know, maybe some other countries might want to join in soon. Who knows? But I'll tell you what, we'll start off with this little statement from Donald Trump's daughter-in-law. I don't know why I said it like that.
No, I don't either. He's pretty retarded.
I feel like I've always said it like that. Daughter-in-law. Did we play this last week, by the way?
Yes, we did.
We did, yeah. But this is how it started, and now this thing's gathered some legs. So I'm going to play it again, people.
Next question. What do you or the president know about UFOs? Can you share? I hear that the president has something in the queue to share with us about all of this. Now, truth be told, I'm trying to remember how long ago it was. It may have been right after he left office, after the first term. I remember Eric being like, all right, what can you tell us? And he was a little hesitant to give us any real info, which makes me think like he's got a lot of info out there and he's waiting for the right time to drop it. And maybe this is going to be the time, because I keep seeing all these stories about how he's got some like UFO speech that he's got queued up, and we all should just kind of sit back and wait. Now, here's the thing I'll say. What do I know about UFOs? What I know is that our universe is so enormous. It actually, if I start thinking about it, it makes me a little crazy. You think about just our solar system, okay? And then you think about how many solar systems like ours are in our galaxy. And then you think about how many galaxies are in this universe. The whole thing is just, it's kind of like mind-boggling. So the idea that the only form of intelligent life out there is us, that we're like twerking on TikTok and stuff, that's it. I don't know. I find it hard to believe. I
feel like she's been spending a lot of time with Neil deGrasse Tyson, like a meal, dinner party.
I feel someone of her status and funds should sort her eyebrows out. Her eyebrows are uneven.
Exa.
I might actually, it's. I'm a mister with the sisters. Got to help them.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you think that will be a benefit to her, then I'm sure she'll appreciate the criticism. Constructive at that.
Yeah, that's it. No malice.
I noticed she had a chipped nail as well, which I thought was really weird, considering she's Donald Trump's son's wife.
Yeah. So is that Don Jr.'s wife? Is it?
That's Eric's wife. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Eric Trump's. There's a lot of Trumps, believe it or not.
Yeah. Some of them are time travelers. Some of them took Nikola Tesla's work.
I think that could actually be true. That.
No, it is. No. The second bit. It was. Which Trump was it? It was Trump's grandfather.
Yeah.
He took all of Epstein's. He took all of Tesla's work when Tesla died.
What did he do with it?
Made a time machine, which
he employed Bob Lazar to work on.
In which Barron went back in time and saved the world, apparently, according to fiction.
Oh, is that not AI? Because I saw a picture of Baron Trump. I think it was in Cowboy Days or something like that.
No, yeah, that might be AI. No, right. There is a. Hang on. Jesus.
Don't be showing me on your phone.
We're
on a podcast, Lee. Come on.
She was on a phone on the podcast. If she can do it, I can do it.
So she had a chipped nail, a wonky eyebrow, and she was on a phone. Come on, Don, teach that lady some manners.
So there's a book in the 1800s called...
I've heard of this, but I've forgotten, so yeah.
The Baron Trump novels. I just want a quick synopsis. Give me a synopsis of it.
No worries. Let me. I will queue up the next bit while you're synopsing in it. Yeah, I think there's summer's on the way this year. Summer is on the way this year, and it's going to prep us for 2027. We've said this.
In the The Travels and Adventures of Little Baron Trump, it was called, and he goes traveling in time.
What year was this?
1800s.
I mean, it's a little bit weird.
It is a bit weird, but
It is because I mean, you know, what also it reminds me of you know the book that Werner von Braun wrote about
Elon Musk in it.
The Elon that sets up a whole colony on Mars that was written in the I think it was 1960s or 1970s.
Elon Musk's father has said that he named Elon after that book.
Oh, fuck off. He would say that. He's just covering up for his time-traveling son.
But yeah, no, he has come out and said, no, like that's why I called Elon because of that book.
So she's kind of like it. I feel like there's been a seed planted here, and this is going to lead somewhere really fucking nuts with this podcast. Mark my words, people. But she's literally. I believe that question. That was set up. That was a set up fucking question that she got on her phone, and then was it days later? Literally a couple of days later, I think it was. You had this podcast.
So,
I don't even
just
know.
Quickly before we go into this, Barack Obama, because I think we played this last week.
We did play this. This was
yeah.
towards the end of last week, or was it? It might be in the mid show last week.
I think it was the mid show. But Barack Obama turns up to a podcast nobody's ever heard of. Nobody knows who that man is. It's
I like his tiles.
But this, do you know what I was going to point out? That this is one of the reasons why it's so fucking ridiculous. Is because if you're Barack Obama going on a podcast, you would at least be going on a podcast with someone that's so established, they have a set and a studio, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what he's got behind him there is just an audio studio. That's anywhere. Do you know what I mean? You can rent those spaces and stuff like that. There's podcast studios on my island that you can rent out to go and record your podcast in.
There's one on my street, if anybody wants it.
Yeah, depending. So the fact that this guy, whoever the fuck he is,
Dave,
isn't
Gary.
He looks a bit like a Gary. He's unless he's had to travel to Obama, which very well could have done. I will have to go and find out what his fucking podcast is. I imagine I'm going to find it very difficult to work that out. It just makes no fucking sense. It's almost like when you consider what's gone on afterwards, I'd argue that this entire podcast was set up to set off the string of events that we are now part of.
It's Brian Taylor Cohen.
Never heard of him.
Never. He's got a lot of names.
He has got a lot of names. Oh, unfair amount. There is someone out there which is just like called Nathan, and he doesn't have another name because he's took it.
Well, he looks like he could be called Brian, or he could be called a Taylor or Cohen. So I don't know which one.
He looks like a Taylor. What's his name? Sorry, Brian. What?
Brian Tyler Cohen. You're gonna. Here we go, people. You're gonna get a live.
Well, no, you can play the clip. I'm just having a little look.
Okay, I'm gonna play the clip. We played it last week, people, but here's a reminder.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in what is it?
Area 51.
Area 51. There's no underground facility unless there's this enormous conspiracy, and they hid it from the president of the United States.
What was the first question you wanted answered when you became president?
Where are the aliens?
Where are the aliens?
All right, so this guy's
turns out he's massive.
No, he is. this guy's a full-on plant. Like, so he's got a YouTube channel. He's got 5.11 million subscribers. He's done 7,000
in the last
videos.
3 days.
But like, there's he's got like a clip that he's put up here of him on News Nation, talk about MAGA, which is supposedly amassed fucking 300.
That's interesting that it's on News Nation.
Yeah. But it's supposedly amassed 384,000 views one day ago for this fucking 6-minute clip of a News Nation thing. News Nation don't get 300,000 fucking views. Do you know what I mean? Like he's very anti-Trump. He's just been continually posting about Epstein stuff. Odd, I would say this account is, but massive views, like massive views. Like Pam Bondi makes a massive announcement 7 days ago, 1.6 million views for an 8-minute clip of Pam Bondi. I'm not having that, I'm afraid. And that's like, it's a really weird standout that the Barack Obama interview 9 days ago has had 5.4 million views.
See, I can understand the Baraka one maybe.
I don't understand 5 million views for it.
He mentions aliens.
But that's fair. It has gone viral because of the aliens, so there's probably a lot of people just jumped on for that. It just seems.
Do you know what I would have wanted to ask? You know, like after the aliens. So, you know, when you were on that speedboat with George Clooney, who was the little Chinese guy that was hiding on the speedboat? Speedboat.
When I was on the boat,
you were on the
not now.
You were on the same speedboat with.
I was tying the other shoelace.
I wonder where you'd been over the weekend. You've been very quiet.
Sorry, but anyway, yeah, it feels like this clip of Barack Obama. That's what this podcast has turned into, hasn't it?
I'm going to kind of go out on a whim here and say that, you know, Trump's daughter-in-law plants a seed, Barack Obama, he waters it a little bit, and then Trump, you know, spits out a flower on this next bit. So then this question is asked on the plane, and if you haven't seen this, I don't know where you've been, but I'm going to play it.
Barack Obama said that aliens are real. Have you seen any evidence of non-human visitors to Earth?
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. You know.
So aliens are real?
Well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. He made a big mistake. He took it out of classified information. No, I don't have an opinion on it. I never talk about it. A lot of people do. A lot of people believe it. Do you believe it, Peter?
Well, the president can declassify anything that he wants to, so if you want to make an announcement.
I may get him out of trouble by declassifying.
We know illegal aliens are real.
Yeah, illegal. Only illegals. What else?
Fun fact, I own the same tie as Donald Trump.
Awesome.
So, do you know what I mean? That seems very, very much lined up.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna say, if I'm living in this conspiratorial world, and these things are kind of all set up,
Yeah.
in place. But is this set up in place for? Did they say it was 4th of July they were going to do it after the 4th of July, Independence Day?
I'm not sure whether it's 4th of July, but the White House put a statement out. This was on the 20th of February. Based on tremendous interest shown, I will be. So originally, this is fucking wild, isn't it? It's wild that the Trump put it out on Truth Social first, and now the White House is copying it to put it out on Twitter. Based on the tremendous interest shown, I will be directing the Secretary of War and other relevant departments and agencies to begin the process of identifying and releasing government files related to alien and extraterrestrial life, unidentified aerial phenomena, and unidentified flying objects. President Donald J. Trump.
Is this going to be another Kennedy release? You know, are we just going to get Trump's version of what we've been getting in Congress? You know, you're just going to get a few more files.
I don't know. Like,
or do we get some a bit spicy?
But even the Epstein stuff, I've read some pretty fucking wild stuff in those emails, which makes me wonder what's being hidden from us. Especially that horrible one. Like I said to you about the we're not even talking teen or preteen. It was prepubescent was the word that was the weighty word of that document. If that one got through, fuck knows what is in the other 3 million. 14 terabytes of data was retrieved.
Files.
That's all together. It's 14 terabytes of data was retrieved, and
well, I do want to get us onto the Epstein because I think this is very much linked.
I think it's why it's happening.
Yeah, I think you could be right.
I don't. I don't want to piss on the idea of like UFO disclosure, and I wish it's.
I just want the UFO disclosure. I don't want the Epstein stuff. Just give me the UFO. You know.
I want the Epstein.
What I mean
stuff.
there, I
want the Epstein stuff more than UFOs.
No, but what I mean is, I wish the Epstein thing wasn't a thing, and it was just fucking hell. We're getting some UFO shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it would be cool. Like this would be 16-year-old Lee.
It's fucking Christmas.
This is it. Yeah. Conspiracy Christmas. We have lots of them nowadays. But I think it's a full-on psyop. I really do.
Well, so there's another news, and it's the guy that he's around a lot again. He's showing up more. So I want to show you this clip. This is from a news. This is Newsmax. God, there's so many news channels. I can't keep up with it. You Americans have got so many fucking news channels.
We've got a few as well, mate. You just don't watch any of them.
That's true.
Neither do I. Don't get me wrong, but I like this one because if I want news, I want like the Max news.
I have to say, I do like Donald Trump's logo on Truth Social. It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
Dr. Stephen Greer is the founder of the Disclosure Project. He joins us now. Dr. Greer, great to have you back. It sounds like disclosure might happen, but we have heard all this before. Think Jimmy Carter, think Bill Clinton, similar promises. The question is Donald Trump different?
Well, he is different because we have put a lot of people around him who are very close to the administration, who have been getting key information to him and to cabinet level people for since he took office. And they're taking the matter very, very seriously, as opposed to some who have not taken it seriously. So I think there really is a sea change here happening, which would be the most consequential announcement any president would make in history, frankly. But I think that it's a lot to be determined, and we're certainly going to cooperate with getting everything from our intelligence network to Mr. Hegseth, because other secretaries of defense who've been ordered to do this have come up and hit dry holes because of the criminal nature of the secrecy around UAPs.
Right. Dr. Greer, I know that you have essentially written a speech for the president to deliver if he decides to do this. I want to quote just the first line. My fellow Americans and all citizens of Earth, it has come to our attention that extraterrestrial civilizations of great technological advancement have been visiting Earth for some time. Could you see President Trump being the first president to step to the podium and deliver a speech like that?
I do, and apparently his daughter-in-law believes so as well. And I think the reason for that is that there are so many pressures about this subject coming out in the next few months that delaying it much longer would not be proper. And I've advised in a briefing we did for the White House that they do not want to be behind the curve on this. They want to not have it come out through other countries or in some other way, asymmetrically, let's say, and they want to be ahead of this. So I think it looks like it is picking up steam. And of course, what actually gets decided by the president, I'm not privy to per se, not directly, but I do think this is coming on a fast track right now.
But you're privy to the other side of it. And he could come to a podium and say that aliens are real, they are visiting us, and they have been visiting us for millennia. Something to that effect, correct?
Correct. And I think we're advising that it be handled very carefully, because every word is going to matter globally to stock markets and to our allies and everyone else. So this is, and luckily he has someone by his side, Marco Rubio, who had been Senate Intelligence Co-Chair, that we provided a vast amount of information to before he left to become Secretary of State, and also National Security Advisor. So I'm optimistic he has good people around him who are informed.
And you're one of them. Dr. Greer, appreciate you being here. We've been on this from Inauguration Day, and here we are, maybe on the precipice of something big. Thank you, Dr. Stephen Greer. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, do you think, for 1 second, that Donnie Trump knows who Dr. Greer is?
Probably, yeah.
You do? Okay, interesting. I thought you were going to say, not a fucking chance.
No, I think so. Like the
You reckon he's read the memo? You think Greer has briefed him in?
I don't know, because I don't know what yeah. I mean, whatever's going on, Greer's been a prominent part of it. Because at very least, right? At very least, if you look back what he's done with the Disclosure Project, like he's Eric Hecker, and the other two, I can't remember who the other two that came out.
Eric Hecker, the
soldier guy,
neutrino, whatever it is, from in Antarctica guy.
Yeah, the three whistleblowers he brought out last time. So, like, at very least, even if what they're saying is bollocks, which I don't think it is, he would be on a watch list, because he would be essentially a national security threat.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you've got that much influence and you're running around saying, "I'm bringing out fucking whistleblowers from the government," whoa, like you're a threat to somebody. Even if it's just because you're being fucking inept, you're a threat. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So he's absolutely going to be known about. We've seen the picture of the likes of him and Linda Moulton Howe at fucking Rockefeller Ranch.
We have.
What looks like
I think we were the
late
ones
80s.
to bring that to light, because everybody else had forgotten about it.
Yeah, like the late 80s, early 90s, it looked like it was by the style of dress they were wearing.
Do you think that
I don't know how good actors? Sorry, just quickly, I don't know how good of actors these people are. That's what gets me. I don't know whether he's because this should be the kind of this should be what people really think about. And I'm gonna go back on what I said before, and it's definitely something that needs to be taken into account when it comes to talk about this, because it's so easy with the Epstein stuff going on, them not wanting to put the other half of the files out, Trump saying that originally the files were a Democrat hoax, then half of them come out, and it's pretty fucking wild. Again, I don't think, apart from unconfirmed allegations that were deemed not credible by investigation teams at the time, bearing in mind as well that the Democrats would have had this at the time too, when they were trying to do everything to put fucking Donald Trump in jail, which is wild that they didn't try and use any of this stuff. But it's, even if you take that out of the fucking question, like conversation, we've been saying for the past 10 years, or 8 years, maybe eight and a half years, that they're building to something involving UFOs. They're building a thing, and I think they've infiltrated news people. I think they're feeding information to people like Tucker Carlson, to people like Joe Rogan. There is an active psychological operation, and I've said it 100 times on our shows before the Daily Conspiracy podcast was even a fucking thought in our heads, and we were on Alien Addict. The fact is that at some point in the last 10 years, somebody decided that instead of wanting to convince everybody that aliens were bullshit, they wanted to convince people like my mum and dad, your auntie and uncle, Deborah and Jane that live just down the road, which have got like the ginger cat and that kid that never behaves itself when it goes out to the shop.
He's a little twat.
Oh, cunt.
I'm the cat.
They wanted all of those people to believe in UFOs all of a sudden.
Well, it is weird because Greer's back up in the lights with this, and
has he ever really been away?
I don't think he's been away, no. But for a hot, I'm going to say hot minute, but it was more than a minute. It was Lou Elizondo and that kind of side of it, which has always kind of battled with Greer.
I don't think they have, though.
Oh, they have. There is
no, they as people, but what they're saying.
You think they're on the same side?
Yeah.
You think okay? Because I'm wondering if there is a side to this. Because this sounds really stupid, but I think Greer believes what he's saying.
I'm not sure. That's what I was saying about.
I think he spins a story and puts some cherries on top of it, definitely, and he wants to make a few bucks off the back of it with his C5 and all that jazz. But I think he's quite passionate. He does seem passionate. He seems if he isn't, he's fucking doing a great job at making people see that he's passionate about it. Whereas Lou Elizondo and that side of it, I see a bunch of guys who look like they're doing a professional job.
Well, I found an interesting thing here. I don't know who this comedian is, but he's on Comedy Central. So it's, Michael Ian Black, and maybe people might know who he is. But I just I always have an X window open when we're doing this podcast, and I just noticed a post that Red Panda Koala had put up, where he says, and this, I think when you think about where this information's come from, and where the modern disclosure, I don't know if you could say where the modern disclosures come from, but certainly if it's a tree, it's been the fertilizer, the water, and the sunshine for it.
Mm-hmm.
Famous comedians are being psyoped to push invading aliens narrative. Comedian Michael Ian Black just revealed that he was invited to a group chat to promote UFO figures. He told the European Space Agency. As far as my own involvement in this topic, a couple of years ago, I was invited to a small group chat with a couple of folks in regular contact with prominent figures in ufology. I don't want to reveal the person's name because I don't want to betray any trust. So all you have to do is take my word for it.
This is a post he's put out on X.
This is the post he's put out on X.
This is Ian Black.
Yes. Michael Ian Black.
Oh, sorry, Michael.
In that chat, which occurred over about 18 months, I was fed information which explicitly stated that a massive object is entering our solar system. The object was first spotted several years ago by the European Space Agency and was subsequently confirmed by our own. In terms of size, it was described to me as planet-sized, which set off a massive red flag in my own brain as a planet-sized object would surely have a gravitational effect of its own. No? Question mark. Next, I was told the object was decelerating on its approach into our solar system, and it would arrive in 2027. This is significant because the date 2027 has been floating around ufology for some time as an important year by mysterious sources. Everything in ufology, including this article, seems to involve mysterious sources. Finally, I was shown a photograph of an object which had been apparently taken from the ground-based observatory somewhere in the US. What I saw looked grey and fuzzy and could have been anything.
And he's a comedian.
He must be a pretty big comedian because he's a Comedy Central stand-up
That's
comedian.
interesting because another comedian that pretty much everybody listening to this show will know.
Joseph,
yeah.
Yeah.
Joseph of the Rogan.
Yeah. No, I just clocked that then, and
And he has loads of comedians on that talk about UFOs.
But
they naturally go into that conversation. I know that's something that Joe's into.
But this is the wild thing about it, though, isn't it? Is the fact that we can talk all day, and it's almost a bit reductive to just turn around again. And I thought to myself, as soon as this started popping up, the first thing I thought was, well, this is clearly like a distraction from the Epstein files. It makes so much sense that it would be a distraction from the Epstein files. But the problem with that is this started before the Epstein files were. This started before
this
Epstein
has been going
was
for
arrested.
A long time.
Yeah.
I think there's been a lot of build-ups to this late. I didn't know where I was going to bring this clip in, but for some reason I thought I want to remind our audience of this. You mentioned like one of the figures that's so when it comes to news, you had that break off with Tucker Carlson as well. Do you remember this clip? Because he seems to have warned us about this in some sort of coded language. I don't know I can't remember the name of the show, but I watched this guy. I actually think this guy's got a gaming channel, which is weird, but he also does a show with. Anyway, I'm going to play the clip.
Is the guy from Redacted?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. This guy.
He used to work for Fox News.
Right. Did he get fired as well?
I'm not sure.
Probably. But do you remember this clip?
The second thing that bothers me is the UFO story. And, the more you dig into that and talk to people with actual knowledge of it, again, that's another story where there are some, fanciful ideas floating around that are just, there's no evidence that they're true. But if you talk to people who, have actual knowledge of it that they gathered themselves, there are parts of that story that I do not understand at all that are really, really, really dark. It's so dark that I, haven't told my wife about it. I mean, I haven't verified any of this, but this is not just stuff that I read on the internet. I know you all are very, very grounded in that story, so I think I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But there's some stuff there that's just like, man, I'm not even sure what that means. There's a spiritual component there that I don't fully understand. So yes, that story bothers me. And I think, last thing I'll say, that one of the reasons that we've had all these disclosures and all of these, 10 whistleblowers at this point, and it hasn't really become front page news. Part of it's suppression. Parts of the government don't want you to know about it, but part of it is the public can't deal with it. It's too far out. The implications are too profound. And so, and I understand that. Because I've heard things where I'm just like, oh man, I don't even really want to know that, honestly.
Deeply disturbing stuff. Forget like saucers and technology. It's deeply disturbing stuff that I haven't even told Natalie. Yep. I agree with you. It's so disturbing. Exactly. I can't even tell my kids. My kids ask me different stories about it, and I won't say it because it's so dark. It's so dark.
I totally agree.
Miles is watching. So.
Okay, Miles, if you're watching the show, Daddy's not going to tell you about that part of the UFO stuff and what's going on with the government.
Well,
can
I say one thing? They've known clearly. I mean, this is, I think, established, and I feel comfortable saying this as fact. The U.S. government, I mean, these are real, whatever they are. They're not human. And the government has known that for a long time, possibly going back to the 1930s at least. And, of course, there's tons of evidence in the written record, in the physical record, in paintings, and in literature, that people have been seeing and interacting with these things for a long time. So we know that. But the justification one often hears is, well, the government, various presidents who have been read in, not all have been, haven't wanted to disclose this because it would scare people. And I've always thought that's bullshit. You know, you're hiding a crime, which they are, by the way, in my opinion. But I do think there's a sense in which that's not totally crazy. Like, there is some stuff, if it's true, and I'm kind of thinking it may be true, that's so radical that, yeah, well, as we both said, we don't want to tell the people we love most about it because, like, why would you disturb someone like that? So I kind of get that. I hate to admit it. I'm not arguing for hiding things. I believe in the truth and I believe in disclosure, but I understand the impulse. Like, holy smokes, this is heavy. You know what I mean?
And the government's involvement in it makes it even heavier because then you realize the complicity.
Exactly.
Of it. Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking about the same thing. I can tell. Okay.
Yeah,
excuse me.
Should I go?
No. This is what we used to talk about in commercial breaks all the time. This is the kind of stuff. Anyway.
Yeah, but so at the time, I never would have believed any of that. But now I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, it's such an interesting part of that interview,
Yeah.
where he says that, and Tucker Carlson gets kind of giddy and says, I know we're talking about the same thing. It's...
With that laugh as well.
But what, right? Why not? I mean, it's okay saying, well, we're not going to tell, but somebody would have told something.
Well, this is what irritates me, Lee, because looking back at that conversation, which I think was about 2 years ago now, maybe a year and a bit ago, do you remember the video where it was at his cabin as well, where he had a scratch? He'd been scratched by something, and he says it's dark. He gives it all that, but he doesn't tell us anything. He doesn't. Why does he not just tell us? Even if it's so stupid, so ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like he reckons he's attacked by fucking demons. He also says that his dogs sleep on his bed. Like, it's... To me, it sounds like his dog scratched him. Do you know what I mean? That makes so much more sense than a fucking demon. But I was listening to a clip before. I was unsure whether to pop it up or not. But Jon Stewart was on Fox News today.
Our Jon Stewart,
Uncle John. And it's like a 4 or 5 minute clip, and realistically, it's not massively worth like playing. It's kind of just going to say that the normal stuff we're used to hearing him say, and like, or just sorry, no, I'm not pointing this at Jon Stewart. I quite like Jon Stewart actually. He was a nice guy when he came on the show, very enthusiastic.
Yeah,
but there's something.
It's hard to get a word in edgeways.
Yeah, it was hard, but there was something about him I quite warmed to. Yeah. I thought,
I think it's the wrestler in him.
Probably is the fact he was an ex-pro wrestler. I enjoy, but at one point in the interview, he says that people are going to find out that's something that's been proven in our genomes. That at some point, X amount of thousands of years ago, our genes were edited, and it suddenly dawned on me. That's the play.
Oh, fucking Prometheus.
But I think it's going to be bullshit.
We're the fucking aliens.
The play is to destroy God. To destroy religion.
Oh. Right. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Because this has been said for so long. And like we've got... Again, I'm running out of fucking space in the conspiracy jar for us being right here. But we've been told that along with the likes of Agenda 21 and Agenda 2030, this overarching new reality that is some type of strange technocracy / communism / population controlled fucking world. We've been told for a long time that would come with a new religion.
Yeah.
So in order to do that, you've got to kind of fucking trample out the old ones, really, with something real fucking like meaty too. And so I don't think they're going to co-opt the old religions. I think they're actually going to turn around and say, no, like there can't be a God because we now have scientific proof that we were created by the hands of technology, not by the hands of spiritualism.
And that thing could linger for fucking... It could stay around for a long time. And
maybe it's already happened. Like maybe
it wouldn't make the foggiest bit of difference, though, would it? If they gave us proof, that we were created by something we were messed around with, and there are aliens out there, that's all they need to do. They don't need to give us anything else.
Maybe the coming of like Jesus and the birth of Christianity, maybe that was the reset, the last reset. It's like I mean, I've always considered myself a Christian.
You've always considered yourself a Christian.
Yes.
Okay.
Even like I said, I've always I am a Christian. I was christened. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So like I said, I've used the word atheist when I was younger, when I didn't kind of believe anything. What I actually meant was fucking...
you didn't know anything.
Well, the problem is with an atheist, I think an atheist kind of has to have a fucking flag planted. I didn't really have a flag planted. I think most people are agnostic now.
You wasn't people like Ricky. You weren't Ricky Gervais. You were just
even Ricky Gervais. I think is agnostic.
Probably is, yeah.
If he was actually honest with himself,
he loves dogs.
Given the options, given the options that were presented to him, I think you could have a long conversation with him where he'd probably fucking bend the knee to it and admit he's probably agnostic rather than an atheist.
Give that guy some mushrooms, he'll believe in God.
Yeah, but it's still a part of me that thinks, well, it's this was all presented to us at some point. It's our history, so we kind of just took it. But I mean, it could be fucking nonsense.
It could be, and you've just queued that up perfectly for the clip that you wanted me to find, actually. So if anybody did we play any of this on the show?
I don't think so.
I don't think we did. I think I stopped, but I think this entire show has been leading up to this clip, and I think everything that's happened in the last week, this clip is kind of explaining. So this was a good find, Lee.
That's
blackmail.
Yeah. And I think
what it's all about.
We're probably facing the effects of that right now. I bet there's decisions that were made. There's influence that got moved around. There's people that support a certain narrative because they were on that list.
Wasn't that what I was saying all day today?
Has to be.
I think everything that's going on right now in the world is linked to Jeffrey Epstein. That's what I think. I think
everything?
I think everything, man.
Maui? Trump shit, everything?
Everything.
Everything?
Who's
UFOs?
connected? I don't know. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, all of it. All of
Since
it.
I met you, we've discussed UFOs. UFOs have been around. They've been talking about them since Jesus left Chicago.
Right.
But the last 3 fucking years, everybody's seen fucking UFOs.
Yeah.
How about that Miami shit?
Miami.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Come on,
the,
dog.
The,
The
the
Miami shit
people
was
who
Come
did
on,
the coke
dog.
for 40 years.
Yeah.
That's what you saw. You didn't see no fucking aliens. But that's what they're selling all over. Now people from the Navy.
It's a distraction.
All of a sudden, all these pilots.
Yeah, yeah.
I was going here and they were
it's so
driving
fake.
right next to me, waving
it's
at
so
me.
fake.
Really? And now you decide to fucking tell me.
This is what I think.
Tell me.
There's a lot of important people that were on that list, right?
Right.
A lot from all over the world.
Right.
Politics,
Music,
Hollywood, music,
actors.
You saw the list is out, dog. No ass right there.
no
Chris
athletes.
Tucker pretty much said it was real.
Yep.
Not that everybody on the list did shit.
By the way, guys, this is 3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
This is aged like fucking something really aged well.
Yeah.
Who knows? It would be easy to, like you said, drag. Like if in the 90s or in the 2000s, if people would have liked my music and I would have had a record deal, thank God nobody liked it.
And somebody said,
somebody
hey,
said,
you want to come to the island?
Let's go to an island, dog. There's a billionaire. He's got a bunch of bitches that we're going to party. I think I would have went, dog. You know what I mean? Then you go,
Right. And you're
right?
talking to a
you
scientist.
Go, and then you're like, dude, people brought their kids? You're like, no, dude, those are the bitches. Like, oh, shit.
No,
I'd be on a fucking
wait a
kayak,
minute.
dog. I'd be on a fucking kayak. Where's Miami, dog? Listen, how far is Florida?
What do you think
These
is?
are the bitches?
What do you
No,
think?
these-
What do you think
these-
this UFO thing is? What do you think the UFO?
I
thing
think,
is?
okay, no, the
I'm
point
asking
is,
Joey.
no, this is the point.
Okay,
This is the
okay,
point.
okay.
My point is, the people that are on the list would rather, like, if they had a choice, you want to go to jail for this shit as a pedophile, or would you rather have World War III? Would you rather have fucking civil war? Would you rather have a fake alien invasion where the world changes, like the whole world changes right away? Where would you go? Would you rather go to Guantanamo Bay? Would you rather go to prison, or would you rather have World War III, Mad Max, alien invasion? That's what I think. World War III would save them. Alien invasion would save them, and a civil war will save them. So they want all that shit, dog.
Anarchy.
They want all that. They want complete chaos so they don't go to jail. That's what I think.
I don't like that the list only released 300 people. A lot more than 300 people on that fucking island. And I think they took the bottom half. Like
Was there
Chris-
really 300 people on that list?
I don't know. That's what
I don't
heard.
know if the official list has been released, has it?
Yeah. No. Who knows? The list could be fake.
no.
The list could be fake.
They're
but,
just releasing a list, but they're still covering up the fucking.
But Chris Tucker, he basically said, he didn't deny it. He said, yeah.
Right. He
was
said he
just
flew
saying,
with Jeffrey Epstein to Africa, but he didn't say he went to the island.
Exactly.
I think the people that went to the island, that's where things get real weird.
no, but you could go,
And he
to
also-
the
but-
island and not know either.
And he also
like you-
had a place in Manhattan. He was famous for having big parties at this house in Manhattan that he got from
most
the guy who
expensive-
owned Victoria's Secrets.
The most expensive mansion.
Guy gave him this
$75 million mansion.
There was other guys that were like these big hedge fund guys that gave him like $100 million. Gave it to him.
And they can't track why.
Yeah.
Nobody
it's like
knows
he's
why he
helping
was
me
so
with my
powerful.
money. He did
And
a
then
great
also
job
Trump's
helping
on
me
the
with my
list,
money.
but Trump was like, "Nah, we hitched a ride to Trump Towers."
What you got to look
Atlantic
into,
City.
what you got to look into is Ghislaine Maxwell was
Yeah.
his partner, but Ghislaine Maxwell's father, or what the fuck, Ghislaine? Ghislaine. Look into her father, Robert Maxwell.
Yeah.
All the answers are right there.
Because he was a spy.
So, Ollie, do you know when he's talking about that house that was given?
The Epstein was given.
Yeah.
What about it?
Well, you know who gave him the house?
Who gave him the house?
Les Wexner.
Shit on my face.
So if you'd like to play that clip,
I will play that clip.
I know we were going to say that. Do you know the only thing I don't disagree? I disagree with him now, but with Eddie Bravo there, I disagree with the idea that it was a honey trap. Now, I don't think it was a blackmail operation. I think all these people are in on it together. I think it's a club. It's not blackmail. It's a society. It's a secret society.
So, I will play a tiny. I'll play a few seconds of him rambling. Yeah.
Set the scene first, Ollie. Like what are we looking at?
So basically, this is Les Waxner with his lawyer, and he's been asked about Jeffrey Epstein's involvement. He's been asked about like the houses, and what
he's
have you.
testifying to the House, isn't he?
Yes, he is. And so, and he just goes off on one, and he's giving loads of goods, like a bit like this. Let me just play a tiny bit.
Crazily enough, no one ever called for a reference.
No one ever called you for a reference?
For a reference. No one. People would call that he said, like the chief technologist of Google. And then a guy would call up and say he was the chief technologist of Google.
So I want to play that bit, right? Just that bit. 'Cause I'm not gonna play the full thing of this, but what I am gonna play, I'm gonna skip through this, and his lawyer, he leans over, and he has a few words in Lexner's ear.
Yeah, please, for like people, just knock your headphones up if you got any extra volume for this. If it's noisy around you, like really stick the listening because it's really clear. You can really hear it, but it's like it's this guy, the lawyer of Lex Wessner is he's picked up on a hot mic here saying something a bit. I'd say it borders on unprofessional, Ollie.
A little bit, yeah. It just a little bit. So here we go.
Then all the things were inventoried. That wasn't work for me or Jeffrey. It was just regularly done.
So for anyone that doesn't make that, anyone that doesn't make that out, Lex Wessner was speaking, and his lawyer whispered into his ears, "I will fucking kill you if you answer any more questions in more than 5 words."
I'll just play it again.
Answer the question. Okay.
A discrete question on a different topic.
Fucking bonkers.
So the question there is, who is Lex Wessner's lawyer actually working for? Because it doesn't appear to be Lex Wessner.
No, it doesn't, does it?
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
Unless it's like a little playful, come on, mate, I'm trying to help you out. I'm going to fucking kill you.
I'm not sure a lawyer does that in the fucking house.
No. It's mental, that clip. Mental.
The other thing I've thought of there, which was pretty weird. So you've got the Rogan clip, if we can go back to that. And I'm a bit uncomfortable saying this, if I'm honest, Ollie.
No, say it.
I'm a bit uncomfortable. I don't lie. I don't want to say it, actually. Really, but don't
say it then.
We live in weird times, and I like my fucking rocks of security to stay strong. However, you've got Eddie Bravo talking to his best mate Joe Rogan about Epstein Island. Brendan Sharp, very good friend of both of them. And what's his name? Fuck, I forgot his name. The comedian.
Funny guy. Looks like he eats a lot of cheese.
I don't actually find him funny. Fuck me, what's his name? Everyone knows. They heard his voice. The big New York guy. Also, friend and mentor of Joe Rogan. Why didn't he turn around and say, when they were talking about the people going to the island, I was asked to go to the island, I didn't go. When Eddie Bravo said, I'd have gone. If I'd, people would have liked my music, I could have ended up there. Why didn't Joe Rogan turn around and say, well, I was asked to go, but I didn't go?
Yeah, I mean,
especially in that situation.
I don't know.
I think there's stuff, man. I think there's, right, I know there'll be some people listen to this podcast that think like Rogan's just 100% controlled opposition. I don't think these people are controlled in the same way as I don't think like media agencies and stuff. I'm pretty sure their journalists don't get a like an itemized list of like, right, we need a trans positive story this week. We need a like diversity, equity, inclusion is our strength story this week. I think what they do is I think they collect the people that are going to do the job anyway, and they just set them loose. However, I do think there's nods given. So like when you get people in newspapers, podcasts, we all know the CIA guy, is Baker, Clive Baker. Is it Clive Baker?
Clive Baker. I thought Clive Baker was the movie maker.
He was. Who's the? I'm sure it's
Is that
Baker.
Clive Barker?
I can't remember the guy's name, but you know the CIA guy that goes on Rogan's show now and again.
Yeah, I know you mean.
Right, he's absolutely the CIA guy that they have to go in and speak to Joe Rogan sometimes.
Everybody's got one. Everybody's got a CIA guy.
Yeah, I don't know if you would go as far as saying handler. I think handler is a bit strong. I think it's just it would be right if you had a completely independent outlet like Rogan's, which is just one fucking renegade guy and a couple of like such a small skeleton staff that's influence can swing fucking elections. It would be ridiculous for all countries' secret services to not have an eye on that. And if it happened to be in your country, it would be ridiculous if you weren't really keeping an eye on it.
Well, I mean, for our UK listeners, we're actually filming this today. Peter Mandelson has just been arrested.
Oh, has he?
Ago. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, he's been arrested. Yeah. By the way, if you're sleeping on a rock, so is Prince Andrew. But I think he's on bail at the minute. But we could have done a show about that. This was more exciting than Prince Andrew. But you mentioned about Joe.
Ali, just quickly, mate. What I was going to say is I think these people are spoken to in a way that it's like the whole Pizzagate thing, maybe not. I think that's all it is. It's just like, the Epstein Island thing, maybe not.
Do you know? Do you know Joe did address that he was in the list?
Yes, a couple of shows ago.
Yeah, I'll play this if anybody hasn't seen it. It's only a few seconds.
Yeah, I'm in the files for not going because Jeffrey Epstein was trying to meet with me. And I was like, what?
I'm like, no, thanks. Aren't you glad?
Yeah, but I would have never went anyway. It's like, it's not even a possibility that I would ever went.
But
especially after I Googled him. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? This was like 2017. One of my guests was trying to get me to meet him. I was like, bitch, are you high? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
For what reason would you? What would be...
If I was a guy who was like sucking up to the rich and powerful, if I was really interested in hanging out with rich and powerful people. Some people get intoxicated by being in a circle of rich and powerful people because this guy what he was doing was very clever in that he was getting all of these very powerful and very respected people together. And you would figure like, oh, it's
if that guy's there, if that lady's
Clinton's
there.
Here. This is fine.
Right.
Clinton's here. How could this be bad? Yeah.
What the fuck does Jeffrey Epstein have to do with the UFOs though, Lee? Because I know what people are saying right now is that this whole UFO thing with Trump it's quite obvious that it is some sort of cover-up with the Epstein files.
The UFO thing?
Yes, but the link to UFOs with Epstein is actually a thing.
Yeah, but I'm like I say, I'm 50-50 on this now.
On it being a link to Epstein?
Not. It very well could be. The guy was the guy was all in on fucking science. He was all in on future technology. Yep. He was all in on fucking gene editing and fucking eugenics. It would be ridiculous to think that whatever UFOs are, be it they are the absolute pinnacle and sharp edge of technology on this planet, or they're some other life form or civilization, It would make total sense for him to show an interest in it. Look, without us getting into an ice wall conversation, because it's not where I want to take it. We've talked about breakaway civilizations before. Breakaway civilizations before don't have to be on a fucking disc world behind a fucking ice wall. Yeah. But what if the Epstein crew? What if that's the breakaway civilization? Because they seem to be the ones pulling the strings in global politics.
And that's the reason why that woman that is in front of the mic that looks like a fat man version of Ghislaine Maxwell, she's actually somewhere else.
Yeah, she's part of the plan. She knows what's going down. Yeah.
I noticed that, and I know you said to me this morning that it was it's been proved to be AI. The
guy that posted it, the guy that originally posted it, spoke to Sam Tripoli, and he said it's AI.
Yeah, and why the fuck would you hang around in Canada? You know, you can hang around anywhere.
Incredibly fucking left wing. They've got some fucking wild ideas there. I
suppose they might go, it's Ghislaine, can I have your autograph?
They were second only to Australia in vaccine and COVID response. So don't get me wrong. For me personally, I'd expect Switzerland. If you're looking for somewhere in the West, I'd expect Switzerland, Davos area, that type of stuff.
Davos area seems like a fitting area.
Yeah, it seems like the sort of place that if someone actually said something, they could just get rid of them without anyone paying any attention.
But I did notice it popping up on some news channels this evening, which I thought that was what? People, unless they are not looking into it.
I think it's there to muddy the water. I think it's just there to,
We've said this before with AI clips, Lee, that they'll start putting AI stuff out and people will just, on purpose, and it'll create that much shit that people just don't know where to look.
Mate, we absolutely live in a time now where you could. I think if you really backed yourself and you were a convincing liar, you could have an affair, have that video of your affair come out, and legitimately say, look, especially
that's not my penis.
You are. That's not me. That's AI. Someone's done this. You know, it's someone that doesn't like me, or it's you'd say to your life, it's fucking that postman's always fucking fancied you. It's probably him. You know, we live in a world now where AI stuff is so easy to use and so attainable to get incredible results with. We live in a post-truth world. There is no objective truth anymore. And I think this is a plan in my eyes, the objective truth thing, and it really started with COVID, because COVID took out our institutions. COVID happened, we lost faith in fucking medicine, we lost faith in the news, we lost faith in our governments. So you've got that level of distrust, and now on top of that, you can't trust your own eyes now.
Well, apparently pulling off the pandemic is in the files.
Well, yeah, one of the emails says that...
and World War III.
It had an interview with... Jeffrey Epstein said he'd had a conversation, I believe, that this is off the dome, with Bill Gates about pandemic preparedness. Then it said, we just need to now get the CDC and the WHO on board. And then he closed the message off by saying, I really hope we can pull this off. Now, some people would say...
Jim Morris is dead.
What?
Jim Morris is dead. The WHO? Don't matter. Carry on.
Do you think Jim Morrison was in the WHO?
Was he not? No, it's the Doors, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, that was not what it was. It started out as a bad joke, and then it just ended up making me look like an absolute fanny.
Swing and a miss. It was something along the lines of they get the CDC involved. Hope we can pull this off. So you'd say, oh well, he just meant we just need to get the CDC and them involved in the chats they're having. I hope we can pull this off. I read that as I hope we can pull this off, as in something larger than just the original first thing. That's what I think it is, but I'm fucking conspiracy theorist.
I think you've got a point though with how if they're gonna play this, and it something to cover up whatever is in these files. I don't think they can do it by bringing a disclosure that shows any physical evidence, as in like flying saucers, like amazing videos, because people would go down the AI route. I think they're going to have to show something like what you said, a DNA strain or something like that, something in some records, history. I don't know. Release something that they found in a tomb. That's the way they'd probably do it, and they'd say, "Look, we don't know what it is. We think it messed around with us years ago.
I don't think they
we
do.
think it's going to be back."
I don't think they need to give you anything.
You don't think they need to give us anything?
I don't think they need to give anything more than stuff like,
just words.
There'll probably be another couple of clips. I guarantee that. What's his name?
Does it happen though, Lee? Does Trump do a stand-up speech about it?
Yeah.
Yes. This year.
I'd be surprised if it doesn't happen next month.
I'm going to stick with the July date because I like.
It's too far away. It's too far away.
It's just the Independence Day thing. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, but the news cycle moves too quickly now. Everything that's been spoken about this will be forgotten by July. So you
think Trump is going to do a stand-up speech in front of the world within the month?
Yeah, within next month.
This is where you've heard it first, people.
I mean, conspiracy podcast. It wouldn't surprise me having this week. I said to somebody on Saturday, I think this week. I think there'll be something else comes out this week.
Do you think Elon's going to say anything? Do you think he's going to go on a show and say anything about this?
I don't know. He's the one that's constantly saying, "Look, there's no evidence. We haven't seen anything." Starlink. No one from SpaceX has seen anything. Although what he says is, we've not seen any visitors from space. That's kind of where he clarifies it at. We know what's going to happen because we've been being told by the politicians for the past fucking year. They think there's stuff in the ocean. We keep getting pointed towards the ocean. I think that speech just needs to be as we're being engaged by another life form. It's been going on for some time. We don't really know what it is. We don't think we don't think they're adversarial because they've been around for so long. There's no need to panic. They're all under control. Yeah. But I think we're getting something. Like, it's fucking.
How does it cover up an Epstein file though? That's the. Is it?
People just move on. People just move on.
So it's going to be that big that it's going to be all over the world. And
it's the biggest. Like, look,
even it will be, but it's going to have. So it can't. I don't think it can just be. We know aliens are real.
Why not?
Because I don't think we know aliens are real will cover up the Epstein files.
I think it will.
Just that, nothing else. We know aliens are real. We don't know.
Just Donald Trump. Donald Trump getting up and saying we are not alone in the universe.
Doesn't like something like 95% of the American population think that anyway?
Doesn't matter. It's okay. It's okay doing because the census like that makes no fire. it all depends where you do your fucking census and things. As someone posted a thing up the other day because there was a poll done on like UK migration, and it was like 90% of people believe that net migration is a net positive to the UK.
Oh, fuck your asshole.
But the thing is, like, someone pointed out on X said, has anyone ever actually been asked to take part in one of these focus tests? So you can make shit like that up. I don't think fucking 90% of people actually believe in UFOs. I think more people do now because they've been being told about it. But so yeah, like
he says this, people, and next week it's, guys, this is wild.
Yeah, well, no, but it will be. See, the thing is, it would be, and I don't know. I don't know whether this is going to be complete bullshit. I don't know whether it's going to be the truth. I don't know whether I'm so fucking stuck on this stuff now, and I've been pretty good, I think, for the past 2 years, 5 years, at what I consider seeing round corners and seeing what's like approaching, and being able to work the shit out as it lands on me. But I don't know what to think about Donald Trump anymore. I really don't. I don't know I don't know whether he's just like some guy that's a billionaire megalomaniac that decided, I'm going to become president because I fucking can, and because Barack Obama said it would never happen. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't know whether he is, and again, please listen to me, people, because whenever I say stuff like this, people like go after you in the comments because they hear part of what you're saying, they forget the rest of it, and then they get really angry with you for no apparent reason. Because what I'm trying to say is, I don't know. I don't know. So could he be fucking nut deep in the Epstein files and doing all the fucking horrific shit? And like he is all over the other 3 million fucking documents that we're never going to see? Absolutely he could do. One of the most rich, most powerful men in the world. Well, one of the richest, the most powerful man in the world. If you believe what the titles are, he absolutely could be on, or like on the Epstein fucking wall of fame. But he might not be, and the UFO stuff might all be legit. But it doesn't. It kind of doesn't matter, because it matters because it's the fucking truth, and we don't really want to be like fucking lied to. But either way, even if it's complete nonsense, it's still the most fucking groundbreaking, paradigm-shifting speech that anybody's ever heard. Nothing is more important than a leader coming out and saying, we're not alone. Nothing. So do I think it could be, do I think it's like 100% legit? Absolutely not. Could be fucking nonsense. Do I think?
But if it was a movie, he's definitely the man for the job.
The thing is that if someone comes up like and shoots you in the back of the head, and one person says it was a random mugging, the other person says, oh no, like it was his wife's fucking lover, it kind of doesn't matter what the truth is, because the outcome was the same. The outcome was pretty fucking final for you, regardless of the real reasoning behind it.
Yeah. Aren't you having an affair? What a bitch.
Well, we'll see. Look, I tell you what, that'll be an emergency podcast day. If Donald Trump is doing a speech, expect podcasts, people. It doesn't matter what day it is. Doesn't matter what fucking time it is. Like, there will be podcasts.
I can see Lee will be ringing me even if I'm at work. Oh, you need to ring in sick right now. You
Yeah.
you just need to come home.
We need a bat signal. That's how big it is.
We should have a bat signal.
We should have a bat signal.
The Daily Conspiracy Podcast in the sky would look incredible.
Yeah. Fucking. We'd be well better than the Avengers as well.
Somebody should do that with AI, for us. Like, just, like the
I mean, to be fair, we could do it.
I challenge the audience. Because I'm lazy. I'm lazy to type it into an AI tool.
Let's fucking land this vessel, like, rapidly. I'd just like to give a quick thank you as well. I haven't got it opened at the minute, but we've had a load of new patrons. I'd like to say thank you to you guys for coming and joining the Patreon. We also have people that sign up. If you listen to us on Spreaker, if you use the Spreaker app, we're hosted by Spreaker. They're really good. They're really good to us. We're one of their Spreaker Prime podcasts. And if you're on the app, I believe there's a button you can press, which is like it's like a $3 donation button or something you can do. It helps support the podcast. We've had a couple of people sign up to that lately, so thanks very much. There's no benefits for it because unfortunately there's nothing. There's not really a way. It's really bad the way they've got it as well. I can't even see the people that are on it. It's not like I can go through a list and thank people individually, but I'd just like you to know that when you do sign up to it, I do see it. I see the email saying you've done it, and I believe it's not like a Patreon or YouTube situation. The money you donate to us through that app goes straight to us without Spreaker taking a cut of it. So
yeah, guys, honestly, it's like me and Lee. We've been doing this now for quite some time, and the podcast is really starting to gather some legs to the point where, maybe we will be doing this 5 days a week, 6 days, or maybe 7 days a week. I don't know. Maybe we're doing conferences. Who knows?
Oh, if rest assured, people, that the day that we can switch the lights on the Daily Conspiracy Podcast as a full-time gig,
breakfast show,
it will be the Daily Conspiracy Podcast from that day forth.
Yep. Put that in your bum.
Awesome. Say goodbye, Ollie. Yeah, I think you basically just took us out. I'm not giving you a chance to do it again.
Goodbye, Ollie.
We'll see you tomorrow.
On hi, Mum and Dad. I think they've started listening to the podcast.
Have they? Oh.
Yeah.
Great. Right. See you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.